Hi everybody, this is day 4 um, of my new life, and I wanted to come on a little bit today and talk about how people are meant to be in your life. I feel like with friends or family or however it turns up, but I know for me, I guess I'm just going to talk about myself. When I was younger, I know we never really had a whole lot. We never really had very much money, and I ended up, which was kind of crazy because in school, like when we were growing up, my dad would never let us go like school clothes shopping or getting any new clothes or anything like that. And I'll never forget because I met a friend in school and we got along so well. She was a little bit older than me, and I got along like really well with her, and she invited me over the one day, which I kind of forgot about going and spend the night with her. I actually had my cancer then, and I had a wig, and she told her mom, she goes, "Mom, don't forget," she said, "I'm having Charlene over, but she's going to bring her head." And her mom's like, "What?" Like, couldn't understand what she was talking about. And she said, "It's a foam head for her wig." And she goes, "Oh, okay." And I went and spent the night with them and met them, and it was the best thing I could have ever done when I was younger, because here they were the ones that always like took me on vacation. And I'll never forget, they asked if I could go on vacation one time, and I said, I would love to go with you guys, but I said I couldn't like afford it or anything. And they're like, "Oh no, we'll pay for everything, you just have to bring spending money." And I said, "Oh, my family wouldn't even probably be able to give me spending money." And they said, well, the mom said, "Well, then why don't you come over here and do some like work for us? And would you want to do some stuff around here, like yard work and stuff?" And I said, "Oh my gosh, yeah, that would be great." Well, that was at 13. I already started a job. I mean, it was like just working for them, doing yard work and doing stuff at their house. But it was the best thing I could have done, because when I did that, I got to go on vacation with them, which they took me almost all the time. I got to do most of my vacations with them, and it it made me grow up fast. It made me be responsible. And the other thing, it got me to do things that I was never going to be able to do with my family. Like when I worked for her and them, I did. I started out in yard work at 13, and just did like the mulching and the weeding and stuff like that, and got paid. But that was my first year, my freshman year, and I'll never forget it. I got to actually go and get my school clothes and got brand new clothes. And that was clear back, 84, I think it was, that there was like a Deb shop, which that's where I got all my clothes for school. And I was so excited. It was my first year of ever getting brand new clothes, because I had my own money and bought my own clothes. And it was just like the best. Like, I can't even tell you how I felt. Um, but it was like, if I would have never met her in school and never got to go with her and her family. I mean, we went to Myrtle Beach, we went to North Carolina, we went to the Florida Keys. I mean, I got to see a lot with them. They took me to Disney World. And this couple, well, the daughter is the one I met in school, but the couple that I ended up staying close with, I felt like it was like a mom and dad to me. It was just like they were another parent to me, and I was so grateful for them, and I will always to this day be grateful for them. Both of them are gone right now, but when I got a divorce, I got close again with the lady because she was still alive, and it was the best thing I could have done because she told me so much that I never really even knew about her, and I learned about her, and it was really good because I think we had almost 2.5 years before she passed, when I was divorced, that I got to go and spend time with her. But I used to call her my other mother, and she always felt like I was one of her kids. And I truly always believe that God puts certain people in your life when you truly need them. I know I was grateful for them, meeting the daughter and being close with them, going on vacation as much as they did for me, even at Christmas and holidays for my kids and everything. I will always be grateful. And like, even in my life, it just seemed like God always put the right people at the right time, because I know my mom got remarried in her 50s, and me and my mom are always close, like really close. And, well, actually, me and my mom and dad were always close, but once she got with this other guy, she distanced herself. And I just felt like it was just so hard for me because we were so close. But it was crazy because my mother-in-law kind of stepped in when needed. And then I was really close with her, and she was so good to me. And we got along. We used to go shopping. We used to do stuff. She was the best mother-in-law. Like, I can't say enough about her. I will always be grateful for her, too. And I was closest with her, not so much with my father-in-law, not so much with my sister-in-law, but my mother-in-law, I will always be grateful for. She did so much for my boys and did so much for us, and we were so close, and I will always be grateful for her. But after I got a divorce, I had to distance, not really distance, but it was just awkward, and they never really wanted me to be around for the parties or do anything, and we always did stuff with them. So I had to learn how to get close with my mom again, which that was really hard for me because I always still talk to her like maybe once or maybe twice a week, maybe every couple weeks. We weren't really that close. And I'll never forget, my ex was the one that kind of told me, because I got really upset the one day, and I said, I don't think my mom loves me. I just felt like she just was not my mom that used to be my mom. And I don't know, I just felt like there wasn't the relationship that we used to have. And I'll never forget, it was the best thing he could have said in a way to me. And he goes, really? You know she loves you. And I said, but I don't really feel like she does. Like, she doesn't really care for me. She just doesn't really like care to talk that much. And so me and her, I mentioned something to her about going somewhere with me, and she kind of said, oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to. I don't feel good today. And I said, I know you're lying to me. And she goes, how do you know that? I said, I just know you are. It was like an inner knowing. And she goes, yeah, I kind of am. And I said, why? I don't understand. Like, why would you do that? And she goes, oh, I don't know if I could go. I feel like my husband then would like not be very happy because she went with us, and he was so against COVID and so against being around family and so against being around people. And I said, Mom, I'm just going to tell you right now, who is going to be here in the end but your family? So think about that. And it really woke her up. Like, she really thought about it, and she really, like, it was like she changed after that. And she even said she felt like she changed after that because she got closer with us. She started hanging out more with the family. It was better. I mean, I even remember my one sister-in-law said, oh, she's going to go back to her normal self. She's not going to be around us. And I said, I really don't think so. I really think she will. Well, then her husband ended up dying. And after that, I mean, and it had nothing to do with him dying, but we've been close ever since. And right now, I'm basically staying with her in limbo because I'm not really sure where I'm going next. And I sold my condo, but I feel like God puts you with whoever you need to be at the right time, at the right place to get to, like, they're meant to either take care of you, help you, or whatever you're needed. And I just always believe that wherever you're put at, it's meant to be. Even sometimes when it doesn't seem the best, and I ended up being back at my mom's to a degree, I never really thought I would ever be back here. And I know it was hard at first when I moved in because it felt different, and she was more like her husband that passed, and it wasn't like it was when we were growing up. But I was here for a while, then I had to leave, and I went on some vacations over the summer and found where I know I'm gonna live. There you go, Charlene. You're always saying I think, but no, I'm going to live there. So I know I'm going to go there. I asked for the signs from the universe. They give me the signs. I know it's so far away from my family, and I will miss my family so much when I go there and move. But I know I'm meant to be there, and I hope that my family will come and visit me when I go there. But with that being said, I'm here with my mom, and I'm meant to be now with her. And after that, I'm not really sure, because I feel like wherever God gives me the feeling, I will know where to go next. And I always feel like I'm led, intuitive. And I just up and leave. Like, I just up and go. And I know I got to go whenever I need to leave. And so I'm learning that even if I'm in hotel rooms or where I'm at, I just have to make the best of it and know that that's where my home is, even in the hotel room, and be grateful and know that I'm put there for a reason. So I hope this helps someone. I just feel like I need to come on and talk about how God's been so good in my life and help me with people coming into my life and being there at the right time. I know my mom was always there in the beginning with me with my cancer, and she was so good and was with me so much. Towards the end, my ex was with me when I had other cancer and some issues with my back, and my dad was there for me when my mom wasn't. And I always believe that God will be there and put the right people with you at the right time that you need. So always trust and have faith in God, because I always feel like, God, universe, whatever you want to call it, will always bring and put you where you need to be at the right moment at the right time. So anyways, I hope this helps someone, or maybe it'll make them look at life differently if they're having a struggle, or if they have to move in back with their parents like I kind of had to for a while, and I'm here. But I know everything happens for reasons, and I'm grateful, and we've gotten along so much better since I've been back after the 3 months I was gone. I feel like we needed that away from each other, and to open both of us up and to see different things that really we truly appreciating each other, and how much it really did make us grow as two people. So anyways, thank you for listening to me, and I'm getting so much better with this YouTube channel, looking into it, not being nervous about it, and actually I'm getting excited about it because I wasn't really even sure what I want to talk today, but I just really meditated hard and thought about how so many people has been in my life and done so many wonderful things for me, and I'm so grateful. So if you're one of them and you've been in my life, thank you, thank you. I'm truly grateful for every person that I've been with and experienced, and whether it was good or bad, but I will always be grateful for a friendship or a love or a partnership or a family member or whatever, or anything that was brought to my life. So thank you all for listening to me, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And I guess I just want to say too, if you need anything or would like a session with me, feel free to reach out to me on one of my YouTube channels. Some of them I have areas to put my telephone number. But if not, it's 330-815-7520. And I will do a session with you. So anyways, thank you so very much. I love you all, and thank you again for listening to me. Have a wonderful day. Love you. Bye.